Hi and good morning. I'm back again with a pleasanter video, back to the bulbs. Now, as you know, I picked up a load of these bulbs and lamps from a collector up in Yorkshire, and this box, which they were in there, I turned up upstairs. I didn't even know I had it, but it was upstairs. So let's have a quick look to see what we've got. Anyway, thank you all for watching my videos. I do appreciate it, and as I say, I try to keep things going with many lamps. Any questions you've got, please ask. I know I don't speak German, which is a pity, but there'll probably be someone there that can translate it to me in English, so don't worry, go ahead. And those that have used a bit of English, thank you. I appreciate what you're doing, as I stated on my earlier video. You know, I'm impressed, because unfortunately I never took another language at school. My mother did. She took German, but unfortunately she's no longer with me. In those days it was a bit different. You didn't have YouTube. You had what they called pen pals, and I know she had a friend living in Germany which they corresponded with. Anyhow, I'm going off on a tangent again, so let's make a start on this one. Now, the last video I put up, I put a similar lamp to this up. This is mainly for Alex, but I wasn't sure if he was, I don't know if it was this one or the other one, but anyhow, this is the Philips variety, or the Philips name lamp. The last one I showed was by Atlas. But as you can see, there's the etch on top there. It's a nice clean etch. Once again, I don't know the age. Can you help, Alex? He does. I tell you what, he seems to be a walking encyclopedia. He knows what these codes are. It looks like a star. Cool, I can get my camera to focus like that. That's good, isn't it? 1F. So, I don't know, it's nice. It's a well-made lamp. But as I say, these photo flood bulbs give out very, very much light, but they don't last very long. They're probably a matter of hours. There's the inside. You can see that filament is quite heavy. It's a heavy filament. But as I say, in use, these are overrun and are very bright. If you have one of these and want to demonstrate it a light, which I'm not going to with this one, run it on reduced power, say about 25 volts. That way you'll be able to see the light without degrading the state of the lamp. Anyway, so it's going to be a short video. There's the box that it came in. This one's a red box. As I say, the boxes are sometimes just as important as the actual lamp. This is one. It's got the on there. It's a photo light, as they call them. Photo light. There's the label on there, which was on there. That was bought over here in England, £4.49. I don't know when. It's got a name up there as well. I can't make that out. Is it Horsham? I don't know. There's a name there. Then yeah, there we are. You got the details there. So I popped this one in mainly for Alex, because I was showing him the English one, and I found this one in the same box. Anyhow, let's move on to what I'd intended to be talking about. These are all projector lamps. Lamps found in a projector's video audio equipment and stuff like this. Needless to say, these are outdated now. A lot of them have gone over to the quartz halogen. But anyhow, I thought I'd show you some of them. First one we start off with is by Osram, and this is the English Osram. Got all the data on there. 250 volts, 250 watts. The code on this one is actually RF61. It's made in England. Osram lamps now in England are under the German Osram. The history goes back many, many years, and I'm not going to bore you with it. It's a little bit political, but they're now one. And this was one that was made obviously before the two companies merged. Typical type of filament. And you'd burn this obviously, as it said, base down. So it would be that way in the projector, whatever it was used. Screw base, Edison screw. I think they call it a medium in America. There is a number which I always forget, so I just know it as Edison screw, ES. Going on to the next, we have one's a little bit smaller. I might have shown similar ones to these before. If I was to keep a record of every one I've shown, it wouldn't get anywhere, so if I have shown this before, I do apologise. It's A1/21. It's made by Atlas. I'll put it under the light, you'll be able to see. I'd like to see what's on there. There's the actual lamp with the black top. Now, something a little bit different. Here we have a lamp with a built-in reflector. You see the filament there. Coil filament, which means the wire which is coiled is then coiled on itself. Coil, or Doppelwandel, I think that is the German name, meaning double winding, I think. But anyhow, this is quite an interesting lamp. This is how it's connected at the back. The top, and we got the name. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. It's GE. If I hold it steady, it might come up. I'm having difficulties in seeing it, and I've got what the optician says 20/20 vision now, since I had my cataracts operations. But there, it's made in USA, GE. Up next we've got another Atlas lamp, quite basic really. You've got a flattened type filament, so I can liven it up a bit. Alright. And it has this, I say a valve type base. It's not a valve base, but to me it's the nearest thing to a valve base. You've got your information round the outside, 24 volts, 150 watt, A1/212 K8. And there's the name on there, Atlas. Now next we have another lamp that looks like it has a reflector on it, although the reflector is actually the glass. I don't know if I can show you it. It is very, very strange, but it's got the built-in reflector. The filament is also intact, and no info on it at all. The cap is a pre-focus, single pole pre-focus. As I said yesterday, the reason to have a pre-focus cap is you can only put it in one way, which means that when it's put into the projector, the front would be in line with either the lens or the operating part. It's to put the lamp and make sure it's put in correctly. You can only put it in one way. Up next we've got another of these valve type bases. This, I believe, yeah, this is made in Japan. It was made for Sylvania. I'll just read out what it says because I think we'll have a job to actually see that. There's the etch, but I don't think it's going to show up very well, so I'll quickly read it. It's put it around the right way. Sylvania number 178. It's 240 volts at 300 watts. It's got the Sylvania name on, but it's made in Japan, so it could be made by several makers. Toshiba comes to mind. One or two makers out there that manufacture lamps. So I'm really guessing who actually made it, but there's the lamp. I'm speeding up a bit. Another one. Now, I mentioned the cap. This is another type of pre-focus. Give you an idea of the size. I think this is possibly the largest pre-focus cap or base. Data on there is, I'll read it out. You're going to have a difficulty to actually see it on the camera. It's Atlas number 10. It's A1/4 Atlas and a number 10. It's 100 watts at 12 volts. You get an idea of the kind of voltage it would be. It's obviously not mains. But if you look at the filament, it gives you an idea. You can often tell if you have an idea what the lamp is and don't know the voltage, have a look at the filament. If it's a short filament with a quite thick wires, it'll be low voltage. Which this one is. I was trying to liven it up a bit. This camera's playing up a bit today. Is that the right one I'm looking at? Looking at the wrong one. There's the filament. I've got another one. This is by Mazda. Valve base type holder. Typical type of filament arrangements. All these lamps are actually, they look brand new, so we would say new old stock. Nothing on the top, it's just the name Mazda on the side, and See if it's got the voltage. It's A1/160. It's got 64 printed on there. That may be the year. It's 240 volts, 500 watts. Well, as you can see, the actual filaments, although they're hefty wires, quite thick, there's a lot of them. So that would give you an indication that it is more voltage than, say, 12 or 24 volts. And that's in fact mains. If you want to light these up, put them on a variac. I've got a variac here. I'm not going to put this one on a variac, but this is what I use. I picked this variac many years ago at, needless to say, a boot sale. It's invaluable, but always make sure you turn it to 0 when you finish using it. That way, if you do plug a bulb in and it's on the wrong voltage, you won't blow it. Now we're coming down to 2 last ones. This is very similar to the one I showed earlier with the built-in reflector. Slightly different. The construction is slightly different. I think the make of this one, there we are. I'll read it because it'll be easy. It's a very dark etch. It's Sylvania. Looks like 150 watts. God, I'm the job to see this. You can see it better than me. It's on there. I might have 20/20 vision, but I can't always see stuff. But as I say, it has the valve type base. It's not a valve base, but I call it that because that's the nearest type of base, and that will only go in one way, shown by that little keyway on that centre spigot. It's got a little keyway. There we are. I can show it there. And that would also be used that way round. There we come to the last bulb. You'll be saying, thank heavens for that. Just in time because my phone's ringing. Anyway, I'll answer it when I leave here. It's stopped, don't worry. Throwing me what I was going to say. Yeah, another Japanese lamp. This was by Sylvania. I can show you the box. There's the box and the number. Sylvania. In various languages. Obviously sold around the world. Sylvania projector lamp, blue top. And it's Japanese again. There we are. BA15S, that's the type of base. I call it a small bayonet base or small centre contact. And with the normal filaments. And this would be arranged, or the holder would be arranged that when it's plugged in, it would face the correct way. So the lamp and the base are manufactured to be matched. So the next one you'd buy would be exactly the same as that. Anyhow, I'm going to find out what that phone call was. Probably a scammer. There's so many scammers that come on the line. I don't know why, they just do. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll probably try and get another video out today. See how it goes. The weather outside is not very nice. It's windy. It's horrible out. So there we are. Thanks again for watching, because I might try and get another one up for you to see. And as I say, thanks for watching. Thank you.